Anna. Today I will be going over how to set up your Thinkorswim, since many of you asked me how to do that on my Facebook group, option trading. As I have a Facebook groups called Free Option on Robinhood. If you would like to join our group, go ahead and search up us on Facebook. Alright, let's head into setting up the Thinkorswim. First of all, we have to, of course, download the app in App Store. So search up the word Thinkorswim and download TD Ameritrade. Once you get that download, we can go ahead and go into setting it up. Alright, so as you can see all the stuff I have on here, first go to the date. And these are what I have: 1 day, 3 days, 10 days, 6 months. Usually I use this 4 time period. Okay, so after you get that set up, let's go to Add Studies. So just click on the screen and it will pop up all these choices here. Clicked on the one that look like a potions. Okay, clicked on that. These are all that I have: Bebop, RSI, MACD, moving average. You can see and set up on your screen. The only difference is that I have 4 simple moving average, and it goes from 20, 50, 100, and 200. One other thing when you do the simple moving average is that when you go into it, the up signal and the down signals, make sure you click onto them. If the display is on, turn that off, because if you have it on, it will draw a lot of line onto your graph that looks like this. It will have like arrows up and down signals, which can crowd your graph. If you have that problem, just make sure you go in and turn off the display. Okay, so the length you can put up here for the SMA. You can do that. I have, again, 20, 50, 100, and 200. Alright, so for the displaced EMA, right here, I have is 15. For the moving average, these are the colors that you can choose. As for the moving average, you would also have to turn off the displays for up signals and down signals. Go in there, turn it off. Alright, so now you have all your studies set up. Let's go into understanding the chart a bit. Alright, so as I said earlier, my SMA simple moving average of 20, 50, 100, and 200. Let's understand my chart for future reference. So the green line is the 20 SMA simple moving average. The blue line is 100. And the dark pink line is blue line 50, red line 100, orange line 200. Those are my SMA. As for my moving average exponential, that is the light blue line. And my displaced EMA is the yellow line that you can see on this graph. So these are my RSI, MACD. As for the MACD, the blue line is my uptrend pattern. If the blue line crosses above the yellow line, the stocks go uptrend. Alright, so let's explore more. Click onto that sections. Then you can see the markers of the price on the right. You can see the open price of the stock of that candle, and you can see the volume, and you can see the close price of that one candle. So what are those candles anyways? Look onto, as you can see, I am on the 6 months 1 day chart. So each candles mean each 1 day. Okay, so each 1 day, for example, on January 30th, that whole day market, it opens at 21, X open at 21.55, and it closes at 22.22. And you can see the volume is at 16.4 million volumes. That gives you a little more clues of everything. And it gives you the Bebop, the middle Bebop. Okay, so what does people use Bebop for? They use that to day trade. When the candle trend above the Bebop, the price goes up, and when it crosses the Bebop and goes below it, the price go down. Those are just a general idea, but the next video I will go further in detail to explain how I analyze my graph. But for this video purpose, I just help you set up Thinkorswim, so we can have the general understanding of a graph, and we have the same graph. So when I refer to things, you guys, we can be on the common ground with each other. Alright, so as this line, as I say, it's quite important because the next step is that you use that line to set up your alert. So for example, if I want my alert, for example, X, I have C potential in this stock, and if it crosses above that blue line, dark blue line, is the 50 SMA, I will decide to buy in my stock, buying a call because of a potential breakout for uptrend. So my look onto this is around 2208. It really depends on what chart you use. If you're a long-term trader, you can use the 6-month chart. But if you're a short-term trader, then you use the 10 days, 3 days, or the 1 day if you're a day trader. Okay, so for example purpose, if I said 2208, then I go down here, click on the word add alert, then go to create alert. As you can see, the price you saw on that line that you put is 2208. It will appear right here. So create alert. Right, let's go back to quote. Then if you see you want to add into watch list, which you can click on here to WL is watch list. So you can start seeing all your stock at the front page under the quote section. Those are all your stocks. Alright. And you can also view the news section and the option sections. Click onto the news. You can see the recent news of that stock and go to options. You can see the call section, the put section. If you want to see what I have up here, I'll show you that. Okay. So go to setting, and these are what I have. You can go ahead and add those. Go down here, you can see all that green buttons. You can click on that to add your visible columns for options. Mainly I use the volume, implied volatility, probability of in the money, ITM is in the money, Vega, Delta. So Delta is like, you can see the potential gain of that stock if your call is in the money or if your call is meeting the target or not. So if you meet a target about like 0.5, if you're in the money, then it's 0.75 and go toward 1. But if you don't meet the money, then it's below 0.5. Okay? Right. Go ahead and set that up. And like again, if you want your in an organized order like that, you can do that. Top. If you set it at the top, you will see it start from on the left side going forward. Alright, so you can see a single spread of these options, or you can click on here and see a vertical spread, trading, straddle. What is straddle? Like when you buy call and put at the same time. And also it gives you a perspective of the Bebop, the middle Bebop. Usually, like I said earlier, Bebop, when it goes above it, people tend to buy a call. This is just for my preference of option trading for my group to just explain. Okay, so if it goes below Bebop, then people will have a tendency of buying a put. And IV, implied volatility, is very crucial for option trading. You want to see how volatile it is, and if more volatile, then you had your decision to make an option call or put. Okay. Alright, and I want to mention some more stuff. As you see, my trend line and my resistance and support line, how do I draw that? I go to the pencil marker here. Okay, go to the pencil marker, new. Usually I just use these two, the trend line and the price line. Sorry, that was fast. Let me go back again. So for example, price line, I clicked on that price line. And if you want to draw a horizontal line, this is just for a purpose of drawing that. You clicked on one end and click on another end. Alright, you can hold the middle to move around. So now you have that line horizontal. It could be meaning support line or resistance lines. Depends, okay? Alright, so how to draw a proper line. Make sure you have 3 points of connections like you see here. This horizontal line, it's a valid line. It's because you have 1 point here, 1 point here, and 1 point here. That is the proper way of drawing your trend line or your resistance or your support line. Make sure they have at least 3 common points on the line, 3 or more. And as well for the trend line, you can do that. Draw the common 3 connection points. Alright, So as you can see here, you saw my support line, because at the stock right now, it's trying to we are trying to observe if it's gonna go up or break that support. If it breaks, it will keep going down, but if it breaks above, it has potentially of going to $24, and that $24 become a resistance line. This one is a support line. If you want to remove your drawings, go into view sections, and then sometimes, when you create alerts, it looks like that, and it can crowd up your chart. You can go ahead and click on here to not see it. And then sometimes you don't want to see your drawings because it clouded your chart. Just like for the purpose of me explaining this to you, I can go ahead and remove that drawing, not see so far, and then put it back in. And also the last thing I want to mention is to make sure you set up your candle chart. So go to the setting here. I set mine as candles, volumes, all that, calendars. I'll give you guys a moment to take a look and set that up. Quick way to watch my video is to just screenshot what you saw in my videos, and you can set it up on your own time later. Okay? So the calendar events, meaning that you can see the upcoming event of that company. For example, if X can announce their earnings or dividends, it will appear on the graphs to show you. I will show you in that a moment how it looks like. And then extended hours, you can put that on, so then you can see the aftermarket trading. For example, in Pacific time, the market ends at 1 p.m. You can see the extended time from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., which is when the market after hours ends. Then you can click on the expansion area. You can see more of the graph expanded out, and also for that I set it as 25. So once you have that, let me go ahead and explain what I told you. Okay, so all these sign here are the calendar event that I mentioned earlier, like earnings, dividends, conference call. You can see and view their calendars. And expansion of the area 25. I can see more on the side, or else if you don't do that, it will look like very crumbed up, and you can only analyze this much. Okay. And as for the candles, that's what I have. So what are these candle means anyways, right? These candles, each candle stand for a day. So in what is this time really means is that you see in 1 day, each candle is 5 minutes. In 3 days chart, each candle I said is 30 minutes. Okay, that's general understanding what these times mean. So this candles right here is in that 1 day. Okay, so in 1 day of trading, you can see the market opens at $20.51. It closed at $22.54. And what was the volume of trading that day is 32.88 million. So you can get to see that in what action in one candle. And all these numbers down here, or the months and the date. And then this sections right here, 130, it was also, it will give you the open close volume, but also the date. So you know, on January 31st, it opens there, it closed there, the volume of trading was that amount. Alright, so another concerns people brought up to me is that, oh, will these transferable to other device when I log into my Thinkorswim? Yes, sometimes it disappear on when people log in a different device. What you want to do is that you go into setting, go to the section here, right? Go down here, save as a new style, and then you can set it up, the name of your style. Then when you log into a different device, you just click onto that style, and all your studies, all your lines, all your resistance lines, all your drawings will be on that different device. Okay, so as the middle VWAP, you can see right here on the 1 day 5-minute chart. Like I said earlier, people tend to use this to day trade, and as you can see, alright, so this red line right here, it's called top VWAP. The pink line, the really bright pink line, that is the middle VWAP. And the yellow line, it is the bottom of the VWAP. Usually people use saying that is the support line. And then the red line, they say that is the resistance line. Tend to be like when the stock cross above the pink line, it will have tendency of going up to the red line, but then just not yet going up. People will see that it's almost hitting the resistance line. People start selling off their stocks, and it will drop the price of the stock. If you trade option, this is very important key for you if you want to day trade. And then if it hit the support line right here, people would say that it's a little undervalued, and they have tendency of going up, but as day trade, important to always stick around the middle VWAP just to be sure. And like RSI, as said and explained in my previous video, you can look that into reference. Why do I make this video? Because I want to emphasize that it is important to set up your chart and trade with an understanding of a technical analysis. Okay, so for future, if I make call outs like I do in my Facebook group called Option Trading Groups, I have on Facebook where I do my calls out of my trade. I usually just send my members of the chart. And then the reason why I do that call out, I post it on there. So it's important to understand what I have here, so you guys can understand when I say like hitting the 100 SMA, hitting the 200 SMA, or 50 SMA, or it's breaking above the moving average. That is so we can get a common understanding. And then the MACD cross, what do I mean by that? Blue line trending above the yellow line, tendency of stock going up, RSI is on the low volume, over the oversold, people would tend to buy back up. And then, as I said again, get to know these graphs. It is very, very important for you when it comes to trading. It will help you not to panic because of a stock dropping, or suddenly just jump. Because once you analyze, you will be able to set your potential target hit. So regardless of fluctuations, you don't have to panic and sell short or sell early. So you do your analysis on here, and it's very important. Trading, very important to stick around with your SMA line. It will help you to determine if there's a breakout uptrend of the stock or a breakout downtrend of a stock. And if you like to share your chart, you can click on share, normal, small, large. Then you can share it on Facebook, or you can save it as image or send it to a friend. Okay, so that's basically all. I think I covered everything. If you guys still have questions for me, go ahead and shoot me a message on my Facebook group, option group. Go ahead and try to explain as much as I can for you guys to better understand. For trading, this video purpose is to set up everything for you, so in the future of my next potential upcoming videos, I will be making my trade call out and will jump more deeper in details of analyzing the graph. So it's better for us all to have the same graph. So when I explain, we all on the common ground, so there won't be any confusions. I hope this video helps you guys take a step into that water and set up your chart and start analyzing. And that's basically all I have for today. I hope it helps, guys. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe in the buttons below, and I hope to assist you guys in all for your best interest and the success for both of us all. Okay, thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Alright, I'm off now. Bye bye.